Fame makes you visible. It shines a light on your every move. But sometimes, that light can't stop someone from disappearing into the shadows. Today we uncover the chilling stories of four people who were once famous for their music, power, activism, or even their quiet, ordinary lives. And then, without warning, they vanished. No confirmed death, no evidence, no closure. These are not just missing person cases. They're legends. Unsolved, unsettling, unforgettable. One, Richey Edwards, the rock star, who walked into the fog, 1995. Richey Edwards was born in Blackwood, South Wales, a quiet valley town known more for coal and rugby than for rock stars. But Richey wasn't like anyone else. A gifted lyricist, deeply philosophical, and tormented by his own demons, he became the soul of the Manic Street Preachers, one of Britain's most provocative rock bands. His words were dark, raw, brutally honest, often touching on depression, self-harm, and alienation. On stage, he captivated fans. Off stage, he cut himself during interviews and wore his pain like a badge. But even the people closest to him didn't expect what came next. On February 1st, 1995, Richey was supposed to fly to the U.S. for a promotional tour. Instead, he checked out of his hotel early, withdrew $200 from an ATM, and drove away. 2 weeks earlier, he had begun withdrawing money in small amounts, totaling over $2,000. His car was found abandoned near the Severn Bridge, a known suicide hotspot. Inside were photographs, receipts, and his passport. But there was no body, no witness, no farewell. In the years that followed, fans reported seeing Richey in India, the Canary Islands. Even in a bar in his hometown, some believe he faked his death to escape fame. Others think he took his own life, but the river never gave him back. In 2008, after 13 years of silence, Richey was officially declared presumed dead. But among fans, he remains a ghost, a brilliant soul lost to the fog of fame and pain. 2. Harold Holt, the Prime Minister who vanished into the sea, 1967. In the world of politics, vanishing without a trace is almost impossible. There are always cameras, security, witnesses. But Harold Holt, Australia's 17th Prime Minister, managed to disappear in plain sight. Born in Stanmore, a suburb of Sydney, Holt was a skilled politician who rose to power during the height of the Cold War. Known for his sharp suits, easy smile, and loyalty to the United States, he was a popular leader. On December 17, 1967, Holt joined friends at Cheviot Beach, a rugged stretch of coastline in Victoria. Despite rough surf and strong currents, he entered the water. Within moments, he was gone. Lifeguards, helicopters, divers, hundreds searched. But no trace was ever found. No body, no clothing, nothing. At first, it was ruled a drowning, a tragic accident. But that explanation left many questions. How does a head of state go swimming with minimal security? Why was there no warning, no hesitation, no cry for help? Soon, conspiracy theories exploded. Some claimed Holt was a Chinese spy who defected by submarine. Others suggested the CIA eliminated him due to shifting political loyalties. And of course, UFO theories emerged. A flying saucer plucked him from the sea. None of it was proven, but none of it could be fully disproven either. Harold Holt's disappearance remains one of the most bizarre events in modern political history. An entire prime minister, simply gone. 3. Judy Smith, the mother who died 600 miles from home, 1997. Judy Smith wasn't a celebrity. She wasn't a politician or a rock star. She was a 50-year-old nurse from Pennsylvania, born in Haverhill, Massachusetts, a devoted wife and mother, living a quiet, normal life. That's what makes her story so chilling. In April 1997, Judy accompanied her husband to a legal conference in Philadelphia. On the morning of April 10th, she left their hotel to go sightseeing. She never came back. For 5 months, there were no answers, no leads. Then, in September, hikers in Asheville, North Carolina, over 600 miles away, found human remains buried under leaves in a shallow grave. It was Judy, but how she got there remains a complete mystery. Witnesses came forward in Asheville saying they had seen her. She was alone, calm, shopping. A store clerk remembered her buying hiking gear. Another saw her at a campground. She told people she was traveling by herself. The autopsy told a darker story. Multiple stab wounds to the chest, homicide, no robbery, no suspects, no connection to anyone in the area. Why would Judy leave without telling anyone? Did she go willingly? Was she lured? Or was she running from something? Her family insists she would never leave voluntarily. The local sheriff called it one of the strangest cases he'd ever seen. And today, nearly 3 decades later, the question still haunts those who knew her. What was Judy Smith doing in the mountains of North Carolina? Baffle, Oscar Zeta Acosta. The lawyer who vanished into myth, 1974. Oscar Zeta Acosta lived loud. Born in El Paso, Texas, and raised in California, he was a firebrand lawyer, a radical Chicano activist, and a larger-than-life character. If you've seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, you know him as Dr. Gonzo, the wild, chaotic sidekick to Hunter S. Thompson's narrator. But behind the persona was a man fighting real battles for immigrant rights, for the oppressed, for his people. He was brilliant, unpredictable, and reckless. In 1974, Oscar traveled to Mexico. He called his son from there, the last time anyone heard from him. According to his family, his final words were, "I'm about to board a boat full of white snow." Then, silence. Some say white snow was slang for cocaine. Others think it was code, a metaphor for danger or an escape. No boat was ever identified, no body recovered, no police report followed up. Hunter S. Thompson believed Oscar may have been murdered in a drug deal gone bad, but admitted it was just speculation. He later wrote that Acosta blew up like a whale. It was dark humor, but also perhaps grief. To this day, Acosta's disappearance remains unsolved. Some say he's dead. Others think he became a ghost of his own making, vanishing into legend just the way he lived. 4 stories, 4 different worlds, a rock star, a prime minister, a mother, a revolutionary. Each of them stepped away from the world in their own way, but they never came back. What happened to Richey Edwards after he left his car at the bridge? Did Harold Holt really drown? Or was it something more sinister? Why did Judy Smith travel across states before she was killed? And did Oscar Zeta Acosta vanish, or become a myth? Some mysteries fade with time. These, they only get darker. Comment below with the theory you believe, or the one that haunts you most. And if you crave the hidden side of Hollywood, the eerie silence behind the fame, subscribe to Dark Side of Fame. Because in this world, disappearing is sometimes the loudest thing you can do.